It's Monday, March 9th. It is free agency week, but we keep at it with the Scouting Trait series here on Monday on Scouting the League. But of course, there's going to be plenty of free agency talk this week as things are already happening. We will talk more on that tomorrow and Wednesday. Today is all about scouting traits of those running backs. Last week's guest, Jordan Reed of ESPN, has a running back as his number one overall player. That is, of course, Jeremiyah Love out of Notre Dame. Will he end up being top 10? Yeah, I think so. Is he better than Ashton Jeanty the year prior? That's up for opinion. We will talk traits and what teams are considering today here on Scouting the League. Before we jump in, though, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this episode wherever you're listening and watching. Sharing it being the big one, and subscribing, of course. If you like it, if you love it, if you love scouting traits, and today, if you like the film you see, make sure you get it out there. We're going to try some new stuff as we get into the scouting trait stuff. Maybe get some film going as I'm talking through these traits to see some of the stuff that we're talking about with Jeremiyah Love. So we'll give it a try, see how it all turns out. Make sure you head over, give me a follow on Twitter at RightStepADV is where you can find me. RSAFootball.com is my website, so head over there. Read all about me, get in touch, do whatever you need to. And while you're there, head over to thescoutingcommunity.com. Whether you're a scout or aspiring scout, we got resources, things that you need to know on either front. So go check both of that out. That is thescoutingcommunity.com. And check out our partners over at BlueMaka.com, BLUMAKA.com. Use code SCOUTING20 at checkout to get the insoles that will upgrade your shoes, upgrade your performance, make you feel better. Those Blue Maka insoles are unlike anything you've ever put in your shoes. So make sure you go try out a pair. Let them know that we sent you with that scouting code, SCOUTING20 code at checkout. Make sure you go to that today. If you haven't already, go back, listen to our scouting trait series. We've covered a bunch of different positions, starting with those major factors, and it all starts with the major factors. Again, we don't hit on those every episode because they're going to be a part of every scouting report for teams. That was the January 19th episode. Head back to the archives and listen to that one. Those items: character, athletic ability, play speed, competitiveness, football intelligence, durability, and production. Of course, 32 teams, 32 different rankings, maybe one extra in there, maybe a couple extra, maybe taking one out. All depends on the team, all depends on the position. But of course, these major factors are almost going to be universally used by the teams. So make sure you have a really good feel for those before you start your scouting traits. But for running backs, what is it all about as we start to get it in here? Let's go and see if we can get some film pulled up here for you. Watch a little Jeremiyah Love as we go through and start talking about these scouting traits for running backs here. So let's go ahead and get it going. So running backs, what is it all about? Are you a 3-down back? Are you a first and second down back? Are you a scat back, short yardage guy? Guys are going to fall into different buckets as we have with a number of our different positions that we start talking. Hey, where are they going to fit in our offense? It does matter. Guys like Jeremiyah Love, they are scheme versatile. They are down versatile. Jeremiyah Love, a true 3-down back. You also have to start asking yourself, is this guy a gap back or a zone back? We're going to talk about what those means. Gap back, again, a little bit more limited in that vision range, which is going to be the first one for zone back. So what does it mean? Let's start with that vision. We talk about it for running backs all the time. It matters for wide receivers as well, but running backs, you're running in the box. Starting in the box, you got to be able to see things. So with that gap vision, I'm running an aiming point. I'm running at the outside of the hip of the guard, maybe outside hip of the tackle. I'm running to, again, my landmark. I want to get downhill. Now from there, we've got to be able to read, react, adjust, and get going. With zone now, that vision element is always more important. With zones, you're running to a zone. We're going to be, our aiming point's going to be a 6, an 8, maybe a 10, something outside. You're running to an aiming point, but now that vision is probably at some point going to work itself all the way back as we start thinking about our cutback lanes, good zone backs, which again, every NFL team is going to have zone and gap elements. The running backs that are versatile are going to be zone backs that can run some gap. That vision is going to be important. On the move, one-step reaction. Can we see it and react to it? Do you run into the daylight? Do you run to contacting? And all these kinds of things. Vision always going to be important to see with running backs. You always have to understand the scheme that they're running in to understand how that vision is really going. Again, you think about inside run versus outside run. This is where you start to think about, is this guy a first and second down back, a 3-down back, a short yardage back, scat back? Again, you get guys that can run between the tackles, that light contact, that can still make guys miss. Or, hey, is this an outside runner? Really struggles inside with contact, with hands on him. Again, does he have the speed to get to the edge, or is he really a power guy downhill? Again, interesting guys like Rex Burkhead for a long time. His long run, he was a better inside runner despite his stature. At one point, I think 14 yards was his career long on several hundred carries, which is just remarkable. You get your true outside guys that can really stretch the field, want to get to the edge, have good ability to keep their shoulders square, get things to the outside. You're always going to look at things from inside run, outside run perspective to start grading those traits for those guys. That's really going to factor in when you start thinking, hey, outside zone scheme, inside zone scheme, gap scheme. Again, you get your different factors. For as good as Derrick Henry is, he is a better inside runner than he is outside runner. Bijan Robinson, he can do whatever. Jeremiyah Love, he's going to be everything as well. From there, let's kick it down to elusiveness. And this can mean a lot of different things. You can be, hey, how wiggly is he? How slippery is he? Hey, there's guys that, hey, you get your hands on him, but we can't bring him down. That's more the Ashton Jeanty type. Or there's those guys with wiggle where, man, you stick them in a phone booth and you still can't touch them. They are just that hard to get their hands on. You think you're different kinds of guys to be elusive. You get your power backs, your tackle breakers. That is an element, a type of elusiveness as well. Of course, Derrick Henry is that guy. He is good luck. You get there, good luck bringing him down. He is a power runner. Good luck bringing him down because of the size, because of the strength. Again, what kind of elusiveness does he have? You start with those. Again, what kind of runner is he in the hole? Weaving runner, is he upright? Does he run behind his pads? Does he set up defenders? Again, you get some of those running backs in space, and again, it's impossible to get hands on him because he's setting you up 4, 5, 6 yards early, get you diving, get you tripping over your own feet, get you on the highlight film in a bad way that the team is going to be looking at you in team meetings. So again, that elusiveness is always one of those factors that shows up for running backs. You've got to have it. You've got to be able to be elusive. From there, again, you really start getting into and parsing out the types of running backs that you're going to have. Pass catching, pass blocking, ball security, which is going to be universal. But pass catching, again, there's going to be good running backs, first and second down running backs that, hey, they really struggle catching the ball. Maybe they just have hard hands. Maybe it's a vision thing. Maybe they just haven't been asked to do it a lot. Again, what kind of pass catcher can you be used in the screen game? Can you be stuck in the slot? From there, as a pass catching running back, what kind of routes do you run? Do you have a route tree? Are you very route limited? Do you have the ability to adjust to the ball being thrown off target? Can you run multiple routes? Can it be used from multiple spots, out slot, out wide, all these things? Pass catching running backs are so valuable in today's NFL. You want to be able to do it all. But again, there's going to be good players, good running backs that you really have to project this on. Again, if you're at a service academy, a heavy, an old Georgia Tech offense, again, offenses where, hey, it's all about the run game for our running backs. We got a bunch of weapons out there. You've got to kind of make this decision based on limited snaps. Again, that's what you want to see at pro days. It's what you want to see through the process. How good a pass catcher is this guy? Always one of those things that maybe not show up. And during the fall film, a guy ends up higher up on boards come draft time. This is often one of those things for running backs. Pass blocking is another one of those things that kind of goes hand in hand, though fullbacks and first and second down running backs are often good pass blockers because of their size and their strength. Again, you love 3-down backs, scat backs to be good pass protectors as well in different ways. But again, it's that vision, that feel to scan, to find the blitzers, to find the guys that end up beating their guys up front. Again, you've got to have the size to stop the rush, which is, hey, what kind of blockers is this guy? A cut blocker? Is he a full-on blocker? Again, your size of your running back's probably going to dictate that. Do you have the ability to cut, to take him on, to be able to chip, to be patient, to have some protection in the pocket? All those things as a pass blocker for running backs are going to dictate, hey, I know you can catch passes, but at some point you better be a pass blocker. That's where, again, some of these guys that really struggle to pick up pass blocking will only ever get limited chances as a pass catcher for that reason. Got to be able to protect the ball, protect your quarterback at some point. So you want to see that show up. Last one, ball security. Of course, it matters for everybody. Again, you want a high carry to fumble ratio. And again, even beyond that, how are you carrying the ball? High and tight? Are you a both arm carry inside? Situational awareness. We've talked about it with multiple positions, multiple spots. Again, when that defense starts ripping at the ball, you got to know when those guys are coming. You got to be aware of where you're at on the field, who's coming for the ball. All those things matter for running backs. You got to be able to secure the ball. Even the best ones that have a hard time. Again, Adrian Peterson had fumble issues at different times in his career. As great as he was, that was part of the game plan for the defense coming in, is attack the ball. We think we can get it to the ground. Again, you talk about a guy that was not great pass catching. Adrian Peterson, again, he's still a borderline Hall of Fame running back right there that's going to, maybe hear his name called in Canton. Really good player. Really liked him. Again, just a little bit more limited. So again, with running backs, you've got to start by getting your guys into buckets. Start to think about where they're going to excel, what kind of scheme they're going to excel in, what kind of role they're going to fill. It's all going to happen at that running back spot. That is our scouting traits for running backs. Let me know, who are the guys in this draft? Yeah, Jeremiyah Love can do it all. After that, who are the guys that you really like in these different spots? Who are going to be the third down backs, the first and second down backs, the pass catching backs that you really want to see excel through the process? Yeah, Jeremiyah Love's awesome. There's only one of them, and I think only one team is going to get him. So again, we'll get him up there and find out where Jeremiyah Love's going to go. Make sure you tune in the rest of the week for our free agency talk. We're going to talk about moves that have been made, moves that are going to happen, what teams are doing from a pro standpoint to set the stage. Again, free agency will likely dictate what you're doing in the draft come April. All of it works together, your 3-year plan for the teams. Make sure you're doing all of it, following us, sharing us, being wherever you're at. And as you're doing it, all of it, make sure you're scouting.